Hello and welcome to the latest episode in the Recz room. And I'm your host Supriti Batra. And today my guest is Aditya Garud, who is the force of grace, grit and groundedness in the Indian classical dance form. Founder and artistic director of the Aditya Garud Dance Company, Aditya is a celebrated Kathak dancer and a choreographer. Aditya is trained under the legendary Pandit Mayur Vaidya ji and is also blessed by legendary Pandit Birju Maharaj ji. He has been performing at various global stages, especially at the SCO Summit in Tajikistan, and has also had some homegrown productions like Krishna May and Khoj. Through his home productions, he's keeping the traditions alive through his bold and contemporary soul. Aditya is a TEDx speaker and also a movement therapy practitioner, where he is healing souls. Let's welcome Aditya. Welcome, Aditya. So tell me, I'm very intrigued, Aditya. Do you remember your first memory of Kathak? And also, how did it turn from a hobby to something like a life calling and now a profession?
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I think I have such a crystal memory of the first memory when I started with Kathak. So since childhood, I was dancing. I was into Indian folk and then freestyle. And then I had a break. Like I was not dancing for almost 4 years. So I was missing dance. And I was like, let's go back to dancing because folk never had much of a structure. Like the learning is not structured. You keep learning.
Correct.
But I wanted something which has structure. So classical dance forms and trust me when I say this, I had no idea like why should I choose Kathak or oh my god, am I like looking at myself as a Kathak dancer? No. Like honestly no. And I was doing company secretary then. So I said let's give it a try. And I remember reaching to my guru and saying that can I do something for like 1 month, like a crash course? And when I look back, I think that was such a wrong question to ask. But then I started. It was the first day. We started with Tatkar, and I think had the feeling of going back after 4 years, going back to dance.
Okay.
And then there was an opportunity in a month only to like perform in Pandharpur. And I remember like such a precious moment to perform there. And I think there on stage, there was a moment where I said, this is really special. This is something that nothing will give me. And this is what I want to do. How? I don't know.
Okay.
And obviously, there was that calling then, but it became concrete with time. Like, I think I was still studying. I was completing my company secretary, scared to tell my parents. So I didn't make an announcement that, okay, I'm going to be a Kathak dancer. It was still like, this is my hobby. Somewhere I knew it that it is not my hobby now. Because I know that I want to live that moment again and again. Yeah.
So you've been trained with Pandit Mayur Vaidya ji and Pandit Birju Maharaj ji, and I'm sure they both have very unique styles. What is it that you've learned uniquely from each of them?
I think everything that I have learned today is my Guru Mayur Vaidya, and then Mayur Dada's Guru was Maharaj ji. Like apart from his one guru, which is Maushi, and Maharaji was also his guru. So he used to train us. His traditional training is from Banaras Gharana, and then he trained from Maharaji in Lucknow. So I think for me, the training was from Mayur Dada, the traditional Banaras, and then with Maharaji, I think he has his own touch, like he has his own style. So what he does is, we call it Anga Shuddhi.
Okay.
To clean the body. And now when I look back, like just postures, like don't stand like this, keep your hand like this. Very small things. And these small things actually make such a huge impact when you are on stage or just in the performance. So I think with both, there are so many lessons learned that it's difficult to pick. And I think also, so many times with Maharaj ji, it has not been one-to-one. Like he didn't actually teach me, but he's talking to someone and he says that somebody asked, where do I look when I do the dha? So he said, dha has to be really far. As if far there is Krishna, it is beyond. And I'm like, okay, like every dha, where are the eyes supposed to go? So I think there are these sentences that
small nuances that
they keep coming back to you. And I feel like today we don't have Maharaj ji with us, but these learnings keep coming back and the perspectives keep changing. So I think these gurus have a lot to give.
Lot to give. So you mentioned you've done both from the Banaras and the Lucknow Gharanas. I'm sure both have their unique styles and unique ways. How do you honor while performing both of them? How do you kind of honor both of them?
Very honestly, the Kathak that we see today, apart from the Gharanedas, the family, it is not as such compartmentalized.
Okay.
Because there is so much with social media. The world has become small. Through geography, we have come really close. And because of that, everybody is seeing what is happening around. So it is very difficult to say, even if I'm only trained in Banaras, still am I not dancing Lucknow and Jaipur? Difficult, because
it's quite intermingled and intertwined.
Today it has really become intertwined because of social media and all other things. Like, there's a lot of exposure. We are seeing performances. So I will not say that I follow Lucknow and Banaras very diligently, because yes, Jaipur Gharana is also something that we have trained in. But to say the nazakat of Lucknow, the andaz of Lucknow is there. And with Banaras, what comes is, I think, that energy, that spark, there is that moment. And there is also a moment of leaving it. Like, I think Lucknow and Banaras in some way are so opposite, but will come beautiful when they come together. I'll say, like, Lucknow will be like, hold this, it is just da. But Banaras will be like, just give it, like, enjoy the moment. So I think a balance of both really does magic.
Okay, tell me, what has Kathak taught you about discipline, about identity, about storytelling off stage? This of course you do on stage, but off stage has this kind of...
Yeah, I think what highlights to me is the word identity, because often when people ask me, okay, what do you do? And I often question, like, what is Aditya Garud without Kathak? So I think how slowly it becomes a part of your core identity. You don't realize it. It is a gradual process. And the first question was?
Discipline.
Any classical dance form demands discipline.
Absolutely.
And without discipline, it is not possible. But I think I will not say I was always a very disciplined student. No. I think I liked the dance. The first thing was I was enjoying dancing, so I was dancing. Then I really wanted to dance like others who are dancing. Then I was inspired by what my guru does. Then I want to do something. And then eventually came when I said, I want to have my own voice through my dance.
Okay.
And then it hits you, and then the part of discipline. Like, then you realize you cannot make it without discipline. There is no way you can stand on stage and not be honest to your art.
Right.
I think that is a learning. So I will not say I was always someone who's very disciplined, knew from day one that...
And I think otherwise storytelling, I think I can already see you're doing it magically. It just comes to you off the stage as well. Wonderful. Okay,
it becomes a part of you, so naturally. Like, I'm trying to not move my hands because the mic is here, but it's difficult. Yeah.
How do you stay connected to the tradition and also make it possible that your work is now accessible to modern audiences?
I think it is really, really important to make it relevant in today's time, because art form like Kathak has evolved. It is 2000 years old, from temples to darbars, from darbars to auditorium, and from auditoriums to a mobile screen today.
Right.
So it has to evolve, is something that I really strongly believe in. So my dance company also has like a tagline which says, rooted in tradition, but contemporary in perspective.
Okay.
So I think we have to be rooted in tradition. We cannot forget the history.
Right.
So traditional training is important. So you have to be rooted, like real तैयारी बहुत ज़रूरी है, वो तालीम बहुत ज़रूरी है.
बिल्कुल.
Now once you have the तालीम, then you know what to do. So I call it grammar सीखना ज़रूरी है. Like storytelling, Kathak is a language. I look at it as a language. Grammar सीखने में दिक्कत आएगी, but there is traditional. Then you write your own book. Then there is no limitation. So I think my inspiration, Aditi Mangaldas ji, she says that dance your own dance. And being a Kathak dancer, she has made it to the global stage by telling stories which are not necessary the conventional ones. And when I say conventional, I feel today, beyond Radha Krishna, beyond
Radha
Shiva and
Krishna
Parvati,
is the most conventional form of Kathak.
yes,
Yes.
and that is beautiful. That
That's
has to be
beautiful.
celebrated. But what are we taking back from it today? If as an artist, if I'm expecting my audience to come, it is also my duty to make my art form relevant for them.
For them.
I cannot expect them to come and sit and say, you don't understand the dance form because we have the training of Hindustani music. You don't understand music, so you don't understand the tal system. So I will dance for people who understand it.
Yeah.
So I think to make art accessible, you have to make it relevant to
today's time. What was your vision when you started your dance company?
I think very similar to what I'm saying, to have my own voice through Kathak. If I say I've learned the language, then to write my own sentences, paragraphs and books. And I think it's difficult, but I can see it is somewhere shaping. Yeah.
And how do you nurture and mentor your dancers who are there in your ensemble?
So honestly, being in a city like Mumbai, which has so much exposure of the film industry, shows, rehearsals, the perspective that dancers have is usually do a show, get paid for rehearsals and at one show and then leave. But when I talk about dance company, I expect a certain kind of training or style that they need to learn. The marination is very important. To be in the dance company for 3 to 6 months, learn a certain kind of vocabulary, because though they are really trained dancers, there is definitely something different here. To get used to that, to get comfortable is very important. And I feel that patience has to be there to anybody who is there, because I see... luckily, I'm glad, whatever. But dancers who have joined me on day one of the dance company, the first performance, they didn't know that I am looking at it as a long-term thing. But all of them are still dancing with me till today. Like today morning rehearsal also, all three of them were there. And I think there's something right. I often say that we don't go back if you're not getting something.
Right. Yeah.
So
there has to be that connect and belong and something that you're getting because of which you want to go back there.
Absolutely. And beyond compassion and love, there also has to be learning. There also has to be challenges. Because if we are not growing, then there is no reason. Like I often say, like, why do you then travel and all the way come to me for rehearsals? If you are already trained in Kathak, you know it all, then there is no reason. And I often say that I don't know it all, so I am learning. Lekin tumko sab pata hai, to then I am not the right person.
Okay. Tell me, Aditya, what is your approach when you're doing a choreography, like a large production that you do on Krishna May or Khoj or any other such production? Yeah,
so I think Khoj was a solo production which spoke about gender identity, trans lives and queer lives. But Krishna May was a 90-minute long production with my ensemble. And I think with the dance company to make sure what do I want to say to the audience. What do I want the audience to feel? Because at the end of the day, it is emotions that we all have in common, right? And that is where the artist and the audience connect. So what do I want to give? And with Krishnamay, I was sure that the way Krishnamay, the word sounds, ki wo puri tarah Krishnamay ho gaye. That feeling. So it doesn't involve just bhakti. I think beyond bhakti, they also have to experience Vatsalya, Shringar, Veer, Adbhut. So I think experiencing all those rasas through Krishna is something that I was looking at. And then to get compositions which are all going in somewhere that alignment, to start from really like a traditional Vandana and to eventually going to how do people resonate. And
so do you incorporate the all Noras in it? Or
yes, so with Krishnamay I have this piece where all nor us, we experience through one episodes of Krishna's life.
Okay.
And this is composed and written by Padma Shri Dr. Purudadit ji. And it is so beautiful that we are able to just experience all the rasas through one person, one figure that we have so clearly in our mind. So I think that is the point. We can experience Navras through any character. But what is the common? Where do we start from? You and I know what is Krishna. We know a bit about him.
Yeah.
So it is just a good starting point. We resonate well. So post Krishnama, I really wondered that if people don't know stories of Krishna, then what am I giving them? And so we came up with a piece called Resonance,
Okay.
which is about how do we resonate with Krishna? A absolutely foreign audience is sitting who has no idea of who Krishna is. Then what do they resonate with? Like the sound of the flute, they have heard some enchanting music, or is it the warrior that he is, or is it that surrender and love? What do they resonate with? And it ends with a few lines written by me which says that there is music around us. At some point we have really fallen in love. What Krishna talks about righteousness have at some moment our conscious told us that this is not right. So where is Krishna? Have we seen him? No, but all these are within us.
Felt him through all of this.
And so it talks about he's all around us, or maybe he's within us.
Yeah. So you talked about emotions. How do you balance technique, emotions, and innovation, on your stage performance?
I think a very beautiful question and difficult question. Before coming to the stage, I'll come to the rehearsals. I think when we are choreographing something, as a choreographer, I'm trying to be innovative. But at the same time, I sometimes do lose the emotion while choreographing it.
Correct.
And then I'm seeing, okay, I choreographed this. No. And while I see it, I'm like, no, I'm really missing the emotion. So I'm like, wait, girls, we need to change this. We don't need to show the audience that we know it all. Hum 5 chakkar le sakte. We need to stay with the emotion. So what do? Do we simplify this? Ye nahi aa raha hai. Sometimes it is like I'll give them 5 different variations. Can you do this? Can you do this? Which is looking good? It is literally like choosing between the options, which is giving me that feeling. Okay, the third one makes sense. So it is sometimes literally sitting as an audience, as an observer.
Yeah,
and
to just see what piece is fitting better.
Yeah, because as artist, I might be emoting, but is it preaching? Is something to reflect upon.
Correct. So in your company, you have different structures of a beginner and an intermediate and an advanced. Do you kind of follow that kind of a structure?
Yes. So our company has one aspect of the dance company is absolutely performance, where trained dancers join me and I mentor them and they perform with me. The other is students who want to learn Kathak. For them, we start with beginners, a batch which is like for absolutely newcomers, intermediate who have some idea of Kathak learn, and an advanced who want to really keep the riyaz on and keep challenging themselves. Okay. So I think
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is also somewhere valuing what they've got from, because I think all knowledge is knowledge at the end of the day. So wherever you learn from, people have come like Delhi, Lucknow, I've learned in US, and I'm like, what have you learned? Show. And I think everything that they've learned from whichever guru, it has some value. Correct. So I feel like let's take that and start from there. Where you have left, not to start from zero every time just because you came to me. To start from where you have left.
Yeah. So you've, Aditya, performed at various global festivals and international performance that you've given at diplomatic stages. How has the foreign audience received Kathak?
I think the foreign audience is really intrigued by what is it.
Okay.
हमारे लिए ऐसा है like कि we know it is Kathak, though we don't understand. We know what it is, and so we might easily call it no, we don't enjoy it. It is what they do is they want to try it. It is just like we trying a new cuisine.
Yeah.
We give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
And I think I keep telling my friends that give it a chance. Come to the auditorium once, and if you don't like it, don't come again. But can you give that a chance?
Give it a chance.
So I think that foreign audience is somewhere ready to give that a chance. And that feeling of being intrigued makes them enjoy the moment. Whether they enjoy the technique, yes, maybe nothing reaches to them. Yeah. No story. But they enjoyed the technique. My God, like the way you spin, the footwork was fabulous. Yeah. So there's something that they
take back with them. What is your most meaningful or most challenging international performance or experience?
I think one time which it is not meaningful and challenging together. I think it is only challenging. But we reach a stage, everything was fixed, and it was in a medical college with all the deans of the college. And we reach, and in front of the stage, there were these circular tables kept. And we were like, okay, the people are going to sit on tables, like not in chairs. They said, yeah. And then the next question was, they are going to just see the show. And they said, no, starters are going to be served and drinks.
Oh.
And I think as a group, we all somewhere broke down there because we are like, no, this is not.
We're not an entertainment for a party or something like that.
Yeah, I think
not like a show.
Entertainment has different avenues, but this art form is not something where you will sip a drink
and chit chat around.
For theater, we don't go in the auditorium, right? Yes. There is some kind of discipline to experience it.
Exactly.
So I think we said that we took a stand that we will not perform if this is the case. And then they changed it. They said nothing will be served. It will be only water. We promise you that only when the performance ends, starters will enter.
That's fabulous. I think it certainly demands that respect because it's a beautiful classical form of dance which cannot be treated in a certain fashion.
And it is not about rigidity. I don't see it as rigidity. It is just certain values that we respect because we respect that stage. That
that's your karam bhumi.
Yeah.
For you, it is your karam bhumi.
And we have rules, right? Yes. We don't eat in bedroom. There are rules set for all houses, for all offices. Then why can't artists have rules for the auditoriums?
I totally agree with you. Do you feel that the Indian classical dance has enough global acceptance and visibility?
Yes and no. Because there is definitely a lot of visibility for Kathak, for Bharatanatyam, for a few dance forms that are very popular. But when we come to dance forms which are not seen often, whether it is Kathakali in its truest form, whether it is Manipuri. Because in a city like Mumbai also, there are very few Manipuri dancers that I can name. So I think Kathak has definitely reached the global audience, and thanks to Pandit Birju Maharaj ji for what he has done with the industry, like entering Bollywood, giving that one song to the industry, that through that Kathak has definitely reached
the global
beyond
level.
Boundaries. And there are so many people out there who are working, who are really working great, whether it is UK, US, Singapore, China. They have students and really disciplined students where they're trained what it is. So culture, ritual, tradition. So yes, it is there everywhere. Because I have a few friends, very close friends from the Kathak industry or from Canada, from US, and I would like to say, rather confront that they are much more hardworking than any Indian Kathak dancer, including me. So we get it somewhere in a plate, served to us. There's so much exposure. There's so many shows that we'll make. Today I'm not going for a show. It is so important to watch a performance. But dancers, like South Asian dancers living outside, are really, really taking their art form seriously. Like if they want to be a full-time dancer, they give the art form genuine 100%. And I think that is something to learn from dancers who are practicing the classical dance form outside India. We definitely have to learn from them.
Tell me, how do you prepare differently for a cultural summit versus a commercial or an artistic festival kind of?
So, yes. We have to think about who is the audience.
Correct.
Even while choosing the music, is it too much for the audience? Or how do we tone down for the audience?
Right.
But if we are doing a performance for corporates, like for 2 years my dance company performed for Lokmat. And now Lokmat audience is very different. All media audience. They're not someone who sees Kathak often. So what do? Then we take something pretty simple or we take something that is pleasing to the eyes. And we don't go with an attitude that see what we can do. I think that makes a difference. The audience is ready to listen when you come that this is what I have. I'm telling you a story. Rather than you don't know what I'm doing. So I think that plays a huge role.
It kind of just engages the audience much better.
It engages and it also makes them feel comfortable, right?
Right. So, Aditya, you've been awarded with multiple honors, including the Youth Icon. How do you kind of inspire the next generation to come onto this platform?
Yeah, I think awards are nothing but a sense of recognition with responsibility. I think that with responsibility is very important because now people are going to look up to something,
Yeah.
and you have to make sure that you stand by
Stand.
it. So I think the attempt is just to make sure that to take this art form ahead, to promote what we have, and I think for the youth to make them realize what we have. Like, this has been for 2000 years now, and can we cherish it? Can we work with it? Can we see it in different forms? Can we collaborate? So I think in the pandemic we realized that art is something that we really need, right?
Yeah,
So
it was like therapy.
yeah, and it is therapy. So art, to be seen as something that we all humans need, is something that I try to promote in some way. And I'm not sure if, like, my academic background is also, I did psychology and I did dance movement therapy from Tata Institute of Social Sciences. So I think I also learned and reflected upon why dance is beyond entertainment for me.
You mentioned that you have learned movement therapy. What is it, and what led you to explore something like this along with classical dance?
So I think, as I said, when I finally decided to take up Kathak, this was a challenging time for me. My parents come from a bureaucrat background, both being government officers. Nobody in the family, even being someone who goes to the auditorium and sees classical shows.
Yeah.
So absolutely alien world to them. So I cannot blame them, but they were petrified. What is
कि
this?
ये
Like,
क्या करने वाला है अभी?
huh? And how do you go ahead? Like, we have no idea. Like, what is the stepping stone?
Right.
Tabhi, I was like questioning, and it was very difficult for me. Like, I think my mental health was challenged because on one side you have to give 100%, we are learning.
To the art form.
But coming back to this question and confusion, and I realized what kept me going still is dance. So then this realization that dance is much more. It is not just entertainment. Then what is it more? Made me read more. And then I came across, okay, dance movement therapy, which acknowledges that our mind and body is connected. It is psychosomatic. And so it has the ability to heal people because movement is medicine, and we are born to move. Like, the child cries, walks is movement.
Tell me more about Angikam. What sparked the idea and how did it grow?
Yeah, I think it is followed by what I said. Again, I did my dance movement therapy. Now I wanted to, then I did my advanced counseling. So I have this psychology background, and I'm seeing that I want to contribute somehow to the world of mental health, whether it is through awareness or through just, I think, very simple, clear vision of, can I create safe spaces where people can express themselves. Like a non-judgmental space. Yeah. And I think Angikam formed because of this idea. And Angikam is a much older baby than my dance company because Angikam has completed 5 years now. So it comes with a idea of just, can we create space and can we make people feel heard, whether it is through movement or through talk therapy.
Okay. How does your training as a counselor from TIS influence your work with dancers and communities?
I think anything, all knowledge comes together. And sometimes I don't even realize how it plays a part. But so many times while dancing, even when my company dancers are dancing, I know when they are pushing it. And I often say that because discipline is a huge part of classical dance.
Correct.
But on the other side, we also have this idea that pushing yourself is great.
Yeah.
And because I come from a background, often to students also I say that listen to your body. If your body is saying, aaj itna hi, to itna hi. By troubling your body, we are not going to learn. Because body is the instrument that is going to dance.
Right.
So if you're saying that, no, I'm not going to take care of my knees and ankle, then how are we going to dance?
Right.
So I think it made me reflect upon how am I looking at dance? What are the things I want to unlearn? And what are the things I want to take forward? Also with emotions, there comes a lot with counseling. And I still see clients. Like my first half of the day, I keep for my clients who I'm seeing online for counseling, because I think some part of me really feels that is also a purpose why I'm here. Like, because I feel I dance for myself, like on stage, and this I'm doing for the society. So dance feels very selfish. I'm doing it for my joy because I enjoy on stage.
You enjoy it.
So I feel I have to give back to the society in some way, and I think this part is that.
What are some of your tools that you use to create a safe space or a non-judgmental space for people to express their emotions through movement?
I think as humans, we are very intuitive. So we know when can we express, how much can we express. So to make sure that we are hearing them out, we are listening to them, we are acknowledging, we are recognizing what they're saying, in itself creates safe space. Like, safe space is not a magic. What is it? To see as you are.
Yeah, and be as you are, to express as you are.
And to also hear, like for me to hear as you are.
Right.
So I think that being that person intuitively creates that space. Apart from that, really, really being genuine and honest.
Yeah.
Like I feel with my company dancers, I literally say मुझे नहीं आ रहा है यार, like इधर नहीं हो रहा है, like तुम बैठो, like a girl from my company, she really did a part very nice. I'm like, you sit in front and tell me how to do it, and you see my rehearsal. And because I will also fail, I am a human.
Correct.
So I keep telling them, like,
being truthful is very important.
I am not some expert. Like मैं भी सीख रहा हूँ, मैं भी गिर रहा हूँ. So one from our company is a rehearsal director. So group ka rehearsal to she manages. But if I'm performing solo, like a new show coming up aisas, she comes for just my solo rehearsals.
Yeah.
And she says, like, now I'm going to shout at you. So I think if you allow that space where you are genuine, then people also feel, okay, this is safe for me to express, right?
Tell me one thing, being a male, how is it to be in the classical dance form? Even though all the gurus are male, if you name any of them, but still, do people have biases? Do you still feel that there are a lot of barriers? How do you feel as a male artist?
I think I will start with a really positive thing that is often not seen, that being a male classical dancer, you are really lucky.
Really?
Because there are 100 females trying there,
Yeah.
and there are 5 men.
Yeah.
So, yes.
You have
I will come to the barriers, biases, everything that you have to fight to the society, but you have the gift of being seen. You have the gift of privilege.
Yeah, to be spotlighted easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is one privilege that we have. But yes, it comes with biases. Like often, still till today, when I meet family, relatives, or even people who live around, they ask me, what do you do apart from dance? And they then say that, okay, for a female, it is okay to dance because then it is a part-time thing. But how can... because men are also seen as bread earning member of the family. How can they be only dancing? Okay, then you're dancing Kathak. Kathak is a classical dance form. So no idea about, as you said, gurus, like whether it is Banaras Gharana, Gopi Krishna ji, Lucknow, Pandit Birju Maharaj. Okay, beyond that, dance ke devta kaun? Nataraja, Shiva. So I feel the question is very baseless. कि हम क्यों नहीं नाच सकते? लेकिन once we decide, it is difficult. There are questions constantly.
Absolutely.
There are eyebrows raised.
Absolutely.
And somewhere in bigger cities, it is still easier. But in smaller cities and even on social media, I have been lucky. I've never faced trolling. But there are so many male dancers who face whether it is trolling, whether it is name calling.
Yeah.
And bullying, and that really, I have heard stories where they left dance.
Because of this.
Yeah, because it's difficult to be
It's-
resilient and
yes.
hold on, because dance also demands you to be present, smiling, happy, and if you're like breaking apart from inside, it's difficult.
very difficult.
So yes, male dancers do get the gift later, but you have to be resilient in the journey.
What's your dream project or a collaboration?
Interesting. I've never thought of it. Like a dream project.
Would it be something very traditional or something very experimental?
Something very experimental for sure. Like
Okay.
that came instantly. But I think a dream project would be something with people I look up to, like a collaborative work with, whether it is someone like Aditya Mangaldas or someone who has really made it in the field where they have figured out this balance of being relevant to today and creating something with them or with their help will be a dream project, and also something that reaches the audience. I think for me, any project is a dream if it is like traveling and we are performing it everywhere, one show, one production, that will be the dream rather than one project being the dream. Because for me, every new production that I do is like my baby. So I feel, okay, now Krishnamay should go, now Sampradaya should go, now Ehsas is like a baby. So we want, but what the audience will choose and what will go beyond, we don't know. The audience has the right to make it into a dream.
Beautiful. What is that one thing that you think people misunderstand the most about classical dance in the modern day context?
I think one thing नहीं बहुत सारी चीजें
मुझे one बता दो.
misunderstand, because the first question so many times I get, I'll tell them I'm a Kathak dancer. Then they'll say, oh, you do Bharatnatyam.
Oh my God. Like really?
Yes.
When you tell them that it's Kathak and they still say
Then they
Bharatnatyam.
Instagram pay follow. Then they meet me somewhere and I'm like, they come to me and they're like, you are that Bharatnatyam dancer.
Oh my God.
You're somewhere right.
But totally wrong.
Yes. So the idea of घुंघरू पहना मतलब भरतनाट्यम है, चक्कर लिया मतलब कथक हो गया. So very basic knowledge भी नहीं. Like Kathak comes from North India, Bharatnatyam comes from South India. There is nothing as such common. Yes. All the
Even the dance form is not common. The tals are not common.
Nothing. The music system is like Hindustani, Karnataka.
Absolutely.
But one thing is, it comes from the Shastra. Like all of it is from the Natya Shastra. But I think there's ignorance by people. I'll not say that there's not enough awareness, but there is ignorance. ये जान के हम क्या ही करेंगे कि कौन सा भरतनाट्यम है और कौन सा कथक है.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Yeah.
So Aditya, where do you see Aditya's dance company in the next 5 years?
I think it is difficult as a dance company to keep doing genuine work with a team, because there are multiple challenges, whether it is like as starting from as small as where do we do rehearsals, because in a city like Mumbai, renting a space every time. So this thought of, oh, we have a show, now how many rehearsals do we do has to be calculated upon how much can we spend. So there are multiple challenges, whether it is then creating a production, music, choreography, and how do we keep it profitable, not profitable, survive. So I think for 5 years down the line, I think to hold on to that vision, like I'll say 5 years down the line, if I'm as enthusiastic about the dance company as I started it on day one, then that's it.
I'm sure you will be. With your enthusiasm, I can see it holding on for another 20 years.
I hope, because I think that is what it is. Not to create a dream, you have to keep doing it. Yes, consistency is the key. And consistency with the vision. Like still being honest. Like there are so many challenges. No, but I am not going to give up on them. Like for commercial shows, I'm not going to do Bollywood music with Kathak. That is not what I want to do. People are doing it great. Everybody can earn their bread however they want. But I didn't start my dance company with that intention. Can I keep running that with that honesty? I think that is it. And also to retain my dancers, like to keep them with me and make sure that they are able to run their families through the dance company. Also one clear intention to start the dance company was my parents asked me, okay, because they come from a service background, what are you going to do? Because there are no salary jobs.
Yeah, how are you going to earn?
Yeah,
How are you
because
going to survive?
otherwise, anyways, in a Maharashtrian middle class family, a idea of business is very scary, risky, all of it. So a service background is really expected. And they asked me like, is there a salary? And then I wonder that yes, outside India and even a few dance companies in India are able to pay their dancers a regular salary. Like you have a salary for what? Come and dance every day 10 to 5. And can I create that
Can I
space? So
create
I
that?
keep telling my dancers that hold on.
Hold on.
One day I
Hoega.
really want to do it, that irrespective of shows, you have a salary just for being a member of the company and
Wonderful.
working honestly. So I think to create that space for dance.
That's so wonderful, Aditya. Okay, now for some fun questions. Okay, we'll do a quick rapid fire.
Every time this word rapid fire comes, I get scared.
No, it's not fire. Rapid fun, let me put it like that then. I don't know if you would want to answer the first one, but I'll still ask. The Lucknow Gharana or the Banaras Gharana?
I thought of it. No, I think I love both of them.
Both of them. I thought of it as well. A stage you dream of performing on?
For me, I think NCPA was a big stage and they called me, so I want to go again. But yes, there are auditoriums in UK and London.
Why not a Broadway?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thumri or Tarana?
Thumri.
Favorite classical instrument to dance to?
Sitar.
Performing solo or with your ensemble?
With my ensemble.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you something where you have to tell me whether you will choreograph it or you would rather just leave it. Okay? As a topic. Climate change?
Definitely yes.
Mythology from a woman's lens?
Definitely yes. Much needed.
Queer identity through rhythm?
Yes, yes.
Urban chaos and silence?
Absolutely a yes.
AI versus art?
Oh, now that is a question. Maybe no.
Maybe no. Chalo, finally you left something. I thought tumse sabka na dega.
No, I think I want to keep art to art and AI to AI.
AI.
दोनों अपना अपना काम करो. So no AI versus art.
Wonderful, wonderful, Aditya. Very insightful things that you've given me. And I'll put a little bit perspective to it. As a child, I used to love dancing. In school, I had learned Kathak, but unfortunately, my parents were not very, progressive to say that you would want to take it up as a dance form that you would want to learn.
Right.
But my teachers loved me. And so as a child, I used to do Odissi in school. I used to do Bharatnatyam and Kathak.
Beautiful.
So me and one of my friends, in fact, used to, in the dance class, when everybody would be just loitering around, we would, dance to our own tunes, and we called it Onatyam.
Oh, wow.
That we are only dancing to our tunes. We don't know what form it is, but we are enjoying the flow and the movement. So we used to call it, Chal aaj Onatyam karte hain.
And I think dance, there's no age to learn dance.
Absolutely.
So I have students who learn at 45 and I tell them that you don't have to be rigid that, okay, Kathak as in you need to be this good to dance.
Yeah.
I say, what is the basic word dance come from? You have to enjoy.
Enjoy.
So
The
can
rhythm,
we
the
enjoy
music.
doing Kathak? Enjoy, because not everything is to study
And perform or something.
Yeah. So some people only like to just enjoy dancing, and I think
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I really want you to get back to dancing.
I am trying to, get myself to get back to learning a classical dance form.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think
And
it's
I
beautiful.
somehow really resonate more with Kathak than a Bharatnatyam. The two favorite forms that I used to like when I was a child was Kathak and Odissi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Kathak, I thought, okay, from North India, from Delhi, so very valid reasons to love Kathak. Odissi is interesting.
Yes.
I also love Odissi a lot.
I find the movements are so beautiful in Odissi.
Yeah. Like I can keep
it flows.
watching it.
Yeah.
I often think that every classical dance that India have so much to give.
Yes.
That if we look at it, can we have something where all come together? Like
Right,
that
right.
is something I really look at.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Aditya, for taking time out from your busy schedules and rehearsals. It was a pleasure having you here and really wishing you that you are able to hold on, able to grow, and yes, create a beautiful space for your troupe and your ensemble and have a lot of success.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time, and I think interviews made you reflect also. It makes you reflect
Yes.
on the journey.
Yes.
So it was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditya.